My walk in Christ is illustrated in the seasons of winter, spring, summer, and fall through the New Testament books. Winter is to build our knowledge through the history of Christ. Then we spring into God's attributes. Summer is to build our roots. Finally, we fall into our future. Season brings Matthew. We get to know Jesus as our Messiah. James guides a Christian to live by his principles and manner. Luke investigates Jesus' life through reliable witnesses. Acts gives Christ's mission and teachings, and Mark gives the actions of Christ's journey. Spring brings God's attributes into our own lives, building our knowledge and confidence. The book of Ephesians shows that God's love for us is predestined. 1 and 2 Peter describes the mercy of God by giving hope in Christ's atonement. And John explains the attributes of Christ as a human that connects the deity so we can become more intimate with the triune. Romans commands us to be righteous through faith. Philippians shows us to live through humility as a human servant. 1st, 2nd, and 3rd John has us live by the will of God through loving another and hospitality. In Colossians, our life plan comes together by building our confidence and strengthening our faith through our focus in Him. The summer season builds our roots in God's instruction for believers in the church, as in 1st and 2nd Corinthians unites our mind and thought with God. Philemon gives instructions to have mercy as God has with us. Titus instructs on who should be an elder, as Hebrew talks about the high priest roles. 1st and 2nd Thessalonians tells us to set roots in God's praise and not in man's. 1st and 2nd Timothy says to stop false teachings and keep feeding the spiritual gift. And Galatians tells us to restore each other and don't forsake the grace. Last, the fall season sets the stage for us to discern and to be ready for our future. Jude warns about future false prophets and to expose them, while Revelation is the vision explaining the completion, fulfillment, and perfection of humanity in heaven on earth.